You know, I could probably uncensor that headboard video of Gypsy Rose, you know, since the cat is out of the bag. What's up, everybody? It's Friday. Happy Friday to everybody. We're headed into the 4th of July for you Americans out there. 250 years of America, is that correct? Yes, I believe so. July 3rd, though, right now. Friday, July 3rd, 2026. Welcome in. Welcome to the universe that we all created here. Yep, we're the CEOs, the CFOs, the chairman of the board, right here in this universe called the gypverse. We own this son of a bitch, and we always will. In fact, we're the OGs when it comes to everything, especially when it comes to the stupid gypverse. Because it's pretty stupid, right? Pretty wild over there. A lot of TikTok drama. Chewy. And things of that nature. But hey, we're here to get some, take care of some business. Some gross business, I should say. But never forget, a long time ago, I said I don't matter, and you said you don't matter, and we decided not to matter together. Thus, the nobodies were born, the greatest of all time, the GOATs when it comes to live streaming, live showing, and most certainly live chatting, aren't we? Oh yeah, for sure. Anyhow, we do work hard sometimes, but on Fridays, fuck it Friday, whatever you want to call it. Hard work pays off, dreams do come true. Bad times never last. But bad guys and bad girls like you and I do. Meet me here, over here. Look. Woo! All right, Friday, guys. It's Friday. It is Friday. How are you guys feeling? How are you guys doing? We took a couple days off here, right? We took a couple YouTube days off, I'd say, over here. But good to see everybody. I see everybody coming in here. Benny, Rewind Gypverse, Luna, DS Good Girl, Crystal, Jess Coast, Benny, Biscuits. We love Biscuits, and the OG channel legends, and Daisy Dead, and Dots, and Brit92 coming in here with the munchies, Kayan and Willow Moon, Rainbow Ribbons coming in here. Aita Haas, Fracy 101, and look, Breeze in here, Sesbury, Mac OG, fancies Mac OG, by the way. Brandy K's coming in here. Layla Lay, a super OG channel legend, Layla Lay. And Anani's, of course. Casey May coming in here. Chai Girl. Look at all these people. And we just got started. Lori 420 time. Of course, we have to say hi. And Pepper Ridge Farmer Farm Remembers. Damn, that's a little bit hard. That's a little bit tough because that's a long ass username. Pepperidge Farm, dumbass. Remembers. Okay, with a Z. Little Frodo coming in here. Glitter and Chaos. Sonia, of course, our AI genius, and so on and so forth. Everybody coming in here. We'll get started. Actually, music is off. How you guys doing? Nightbot's coming in here. We love Nightbot. Nightbot does a wonderful job. Jackie Kornowski. Yeah, Jackie Kornowski. Spook, a lunatic. Luna with 3 A's. We see you guys. Mousy in here. XO. Jade, I see you. Look at all these people. Diet Pepsi for me. A lot of old timers too. Of course, Aaron Sweetheart over here. Made it to the intro. You better beware. Let's see here. What else do we have? Who else do we have? I should say. Fracy 101, AB London. The list goes on and on, guys. Oh, I have to say thanks to some people donating to the grift train. This is the grift that keeps on grifting over here on this side. And we're not ashamed of it. We like grifting off of locals over at that gypverse. Those anti-gypsy people. Aren't they such hypocrites over there? Constantly infighting. They always have battles with one another over there on those TikTok streets, those slow adult panels that they clog up every single night, every single hour. Actually, there's something going on. Somebody is the supervisor over there. KN1990, thank you for gifting 5 memberships, channel memberships. OG Dots, another gifted 5 memberships right there. That's pretty cool. Congratulations to 10 people. Channel memberships right there. Rewind gypverse. Member for a month. Friday. Hey, nobodies. What's going on, gypverse? Practical Magic, of course, $20 super chat. Proud passenger aboard the Griff train full of nobodies. Choo Choo and Chewy D's nuts. Chewy's having a lot of issues over there. Reminds us of a case studies who's very violent towards women, especially towards weaker individuals. And that doesn't even have to be women. It could be men and animals and things, whatever they yell at their own chat GPT. Okay. They yell at AI models, these type of people like Chewy and case studies. Yeah. We're going to file police report. Against, because AI violence is a serious ladies and gentlemen. Munchies in the house, motherfucker. Nobody's forever. 18 months membership. Love that. Untouchables. Member for 16 months says, happy 4th. Remember, let's keep all our fingers. That is true. That's true. Fireworks. Fuck. We have to deal with the fireworks, guys. Well, in America. Belinda is me. I see you. We love Belinda, of course. And of course, the Good Wives Network over there. Fancy doing some excellent work. Let's give it up for Fancy doing some excellent work recently. She has a new series out, and it's amazing. Give her a hand. Yeah. We love Fancy. From the get-go, me and Fancy always knew we didn't like one another. But I don't think we ever hated each other. We always had some sort of mutual respect. Well, I'm mainly speaking on... maybe she never had respect for me, but I had respect for her in the sense, because never forget, I'll tell you this right now. I used to shit on Fancy about this. I said, the only thing you were good for were those medical records that you somehow, swindled your way to getting from Christy Blanchard. But without those medical records, all of these idiots and morons at the GRB Snark, everybody in the gypverse wouldn't exist if it wasn't for Fancy. So Fancy, indirectly, you're paying all their bills. You're paying all their bills just like Gypsy Roses, but Fancy is the reason why they even have any sort of argument. And them to even blast her in any way and say, oh, it's just Fancy. She's never with the facts and, always shut her side. No. Never forget this. She's the one, the reason why you guys actually have a space and a niche and a community. A shitty one at that, though. Those anti-gypsiers are the shittiest community. And you know what? She's never afraid, Willie, to I'll give it to Fancy. I'll give it to you, Fancy, in the sense that she's not afraid to call out people, especially when it benefits her. And that's true. You know it, Fancy. But she isn't afraid, actually. But so anyhow, make sure you guys go check out some of the stuff. I mean, we may play a couple of things here and there. But I want you to go check out her series. I think she dropped it like 5 or 6 videos now, and it's in regards to Audrey the Gross. And we're gonna get into Audrey the Gross in a second here, and that name is really making some waves now because there's a subreddit solely based on Audrey, Audacious Audrey. Dedicated to you, Audrey, and people are really busy in there and dropping a lot of things about you. Even close people that you think are close to you, are dropping stuff on you, and you have no idea who they are, but we do. Oh boy, I did see something over here. Hold on one second. Okay, I saw that. There was something else that I may have missed. Casey May, member for 13 months. Hashtag Team Orbit. Hashtag I'd rather be here and nobody's forever. There we go. And Brit92, member for 14 months. Happy Friday. Nobody's da fuck. I do have a da fuck. Where is my da fuck? Here it is. Here is my da fuck.
The fuck?
What, Audrey?
The fuck?
What the fuck's wrong with you?
The fuck?
Son of a...
The fuck?
She's confused. All right. There's Audrey with the receipts. Shitty receipts. She has the shittiest receipts ever. She thinks she's so smart. She's not smart at all. Oh, boy. It's kind of funny, though, that we run into these characters. First, it was Becca Annie Sugar with Scoops. You know, we done got rid of her, right? She's nowhere to be found on TikTok panels near you. You're welcome. But you know what? Are you guys regretting that we got rid of Becca Scoops and not Audrey yet? You know, or you're left with Case. Case is always just a little, you know, you just got to laugh at the little piece of shit, you know, just a pansy. Yeah, who's worse right now? Becca Scoops or Audrey? I mean, you got one smug son of a bitch, you know, just an entitled sort of, you know, gross individual, and then you have Audrey. Oh boy, because they're about the same, I'll tell you that. Let's see. All right, I said thank you there. All right, let's get right into it, guys. You guys hearing a lot on those TikTok streets over there? Is it wild over there? Chewy done fucked up. You know when you fucked up, you know how you know that you fucked up on the internet? Is when you confess and say, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't know what I was doing. Dude, you done fucked up. Once you get to the point where you're apologizing, I mean, that means the guy has serious issues, especially against women. And, you know, something's wrong with the guy, clearly. If you guys go listen to the audio, I'm sure everybody heard it 300,000 times by now. It's like on repeat over there. It's as if you're watching a rerun of your favorite sitcom, you know, on the classic network, because they're playing that shit till their ears bleed, and they're analyzing the shit out of it. But what's the great thing is it's showing how hypocritical the anti-gypsy community is and how dysfunctional they are. It's kind of beautiful for us to just sit back, you know. A terrible situation. Justice for Sal's, guys. Justice for Sal's. You know, she didn't deserve any of this, and now they're backtracking just like they do, like that Mimi monster-looking, you know, whatever she is. I don't know what she is actually, but the Mimi Moo over there, just the grating voice, you know, like that, and just the way she looks with her ridiculous glasses. I mean, they're so annoying over there. Anyhow, Susan Ryan in here. Look at people are coming back here because they realize what a shitty community they're a part of, and they're getting sick and tired of this bullshit. You know, maybe they're seeing the light. You know. This never had anything to do with pro-gypsy and all that. They're the ones that label it that way because they're afraid of being held accountable for themselves. They like to hold every single buddy else accountable except their own, and then they backtrack. I guarantee you, by next week, everything will be just fine. They'll accept them back into the fold. We've seen this multiple times over, guys. These people allow racists into their camp, talk about the anti-gypsiers. This community allows wife beaters like a Mark Harley, a Hello Mark Harley, totally beat his wife on video, and they turned a blind eye to that. They love it. They love him, actually. I mean, he had a worse moment than Chewy. I mean, you have his shit recorded on video. You see him throwing keys at his wife's head and hitting her over the head with a block of keys, guys. And they love him, you know. They just accept wife beaters and people who commit violence against women, just like case studies over there. You know, we heard him degrading this woman, this female who was trying to reason with him with some logic, but he started like bashing her for her mental disabilities, as they always do. So I guarantee you next week they'll accept Chewy back in, as they always do. But I think the great thing is people are starting to see. They're opening their eyes just a little bit more. And that's why we're the elite over here and the 1%ers, because not the majority. The majority doesn't get it yet. That's why we give them a year, you know, give it a year. But they're gonna slowly turn around, and we're slowly getting some trickle-in effect here. And people are realizing, hey, you know what? I think I'm done over there. I think I've had enough, and it's time to move on and snap out of it. But anyhow, let's go to the big screen over here, guys. This big screen right here. SirMorbidX.com. Look at that. It's bones. I showed this on my TikTok live, I believe, a few days ago, but here it is right here. This beautiful merchandise. You guys could go get it at SirMorbidX.com. Look at bones over here, because we know Dreamer just saved a cat. She saved only one cat this time, but saved Bones. Bones the cat. We love Bones the cat. And Bones the cat is doing very well. And look at this. This is the back of it, guys. Look at. Now, if I'm a woman, I would say, wow, that's cute. That's so cute. But I'm going to say that's pretty dope. That is fucking great. SirMorbidX.com. Imagine just drinking. And you know, the greatest thing is the box over here that it comes in. Do you see that cardboard box over there? That is some, look at that shit. Now those boxes you don't get often over here, you know, with the taping like this. No. And you can rewrap that. You could use that box for Christmas gifts and shit like that. So not only do you get an awesome cup, you get a cardboard box over there. Now this towel shit, I don't know what that is. I don't think it comes with it. So they're better than Amazon. They're better than Amazon, I'll tell you. Winebox Bunsen and Truthy McBeaker. You know, we're getting familiar with these two morons over here. Look at this guy selling his shitty ghetto ass merchandise that he picks up at all the yard sales, you know, over there on the East Coast or Midwest over there. Just dirty shit laying around for weeks, never sold at a yard sale for years. And then someone like Wine Ox Puppy over there, you know, picks it up and spray paints the shit out of it. Again, he still has the same inventory from when he began. And then you got this guy right here, Truthy McBeaker. Remember Truthy McBeaker, the guy that, you know, pretended that he committed suicide right here on YouTube. Best friends with the glare, another moron, idiot. Yeah, they're all douche noggins over there, you know. But speaking of case studies over here, Truthy McBeaker, well, he has actually, see, this is me. This was a few years ago, maybe this was like 3 years ago. And clearly I'm morbid over here, so it wasn't too long ago. This dude comes up on panel and he's known as lossless or internet cancer, whoosh dish mean. Chris Cuomo is his name. All right. He lives in Canada, and now I have his address because I purchased the last surviving product that he has on eBay. And you better send me that sumbitch. I paid good money, motherfucker. Anyhow, Case Studies is now paneling and platforming and recruiting racist homophobes. Check this out, ladies and gentlemen. This is what he thought of me during this live stream right here. What is that? Well, why would you do that? Because I'm Asian, right? But see, this is what Case Study, he doesn't care. Those people over there don't care about racism. In fact, this guy right here, Chris Cuomo over here, we have multiple videos of him talking about, we can make an hour and 50-minute video compiling all the times he called random people N-words with the ER. And trust me, we're going to leak it out slowly. We just want to wait and see if Case Studies over there will get his shit together and stop propping up these racists and wife beaters and homophobes like this guy over here, guys. Look at Case Studies. This is the reason why is because Case Studies is a racist. According to his Twitter handle and his Twitter activity, you know, there's a lot of racial sort of epitomes and just jokes about black people and Asian people and Mexican people, Hispanic people. So we're going to slowly drip all that information out for you. We're giving case studies an opportunity to apologize to his anti community over there, folks. Oh yeah. And you know, I'm hearing that his girlfriend now named Kelsey, another racist who was so happy he did this, so happy he uses the N-word with the hard ER at the end. Her name is Kelsey, guys. Yes, living in Seattle, Washington over there. Another racist, ladies and gentlemen, supports this type of behavior. So it's going to be great. We're going to start slowly dripping out this information. But hey, this guy is not only a racist, no, he's a homophobe. And I have two little short clips right here. You know what? I'm gonna play one little clip because there's way too many clips we're compiling from people that hate this guy from the internet now. And it goes back even 8, 9, 10 years. 10 years almost, even more, of him using the N-word casually, ER, and calling people this. He calls women N-words. Yeah, I mean, we're going to release that. And what is case studies and the anti-gypsy community going to say about that? We know Nicole Rand might be a racist, and so if she embraces this, then we'll understand it. But you can never, ever deny something where you see him actually on camera using the N-word one after another. And trust me on this, all you have to do, Case, is ask your new friend over there. Is there any recordings of you, Chris Cuomo, lossless internet cancer, of you saying the N-word to people with a hard ER and laughing? That's all you have to ask him, Case Studies. Because I guarantee you, he's going to say yes. And Case, I'll make you a bet right now. If I don't provide you with any of the homophobic slurs and racism from this guy from the past, okay? If I can't provide that to you, you owe me your YouTube channel and you will go away. Yes, it is Chris Cuomo. It's that, remember the CNN guy, the reporter, Chris Cuomo? It's the same. But there is my offer to you, because you like to make, you like to make deals, because I could almost guarantee you, just make a bet with me. I want your channel, your YouTube channel, okay? So put that on the line, and I'll put my YouTube channel on the line. And let's see who wins. Ask your boy, Chris. Ask him, did he ever use these words? And will he have clips of you using those words? And if I win, you owe me your YouTube channel and you will go. If you win, I'll do the same for you. That should be a great deal, because you are the Captain Save-A-Ho, right? This is your moment to say to the anti-gypsy people, right? To tell them, hey guys, I know how to get rid of morbid for the rest of our lives. All I have to do is bet him my YouTube channel. Let's put it in writing tonight. Get your ass in here and let's do it live on air on StreamYard over here. And we'll do the DocuSign. Get your ass up here if you believe in it. Okay, let's go. Dumb fuck. Speaking of lovely people, by the way. Oh, yes, we caught this very moment. That's why they call her Audrey the Gross, ladies and gentlemen, because look, you could do look at this. You could do a little stop motion here. Look at picking her nose. Wow, really? I didn't know Audrey was a gold digger. Oh, come on. She's a gold digger. Definitely not from her current husband, because that guy doesn't work. He doesn't make any money, guys. I've seen their checking account. Holy shit. Negative. Wow. But look at her. Audrey, We need to get Audrey a Go Food Me. I think Audrey's still hungry. Look at her. She's starving. She's starving now. She has to fucking pick her nose and dig for crusty, dry boogers and stick it in her mouth. Oh, look at that. She likes that too. But look at over here. And that's why these two protesters went up on the Empire State Building and raised that flag high. And no, that is not AI. That is a legit. They raised that flag after when they were getting arrested. Okay, guys. What, you want to bet your YouTube channel on it? I'll bet your YouTube channel. Audrey the Gross. We got to get blankets like that. I'm sure it'd be a hot seller. Oh boy. Audrey, I know you're looking a little depressed here, as you usually do. She looks like this most of the time, especially in live streams. You know, the inner bitch in her, the inner sort of. Be careful, guys. She might be calling the Pentagon right now. I swear to God, she called the Pentagon. She emailed the Pentagon. I swear, this entitled smug bitch. She loves to waste resources, valuable resources of the government. She believes that the Trump administration's Pentagon is going to do anything. Yeah, they'll be right on it with the unredacted Epstein files. I'm sure Audrey's TikTok, her getting her fifis heard on the internet is the next thing on the docket for Pentagon, for Trump's administrative Pentagon. You know, look at her. Get the fuck out of here. Anyways, let's look at this. I swear to God, I am not making this shit up. She actually scribbled all of this nonsense that she took so much time writing, like her shitty book that she no longer sells on Amazon since, you know, of course, Fancy called her ass out and said, why did you revise your shit after Fancy started calling her out this week? She fucking took that shit. She took her book off of Amazon. Isn't that interesting? Yeah, there's some redaction there, but look at all of this stupid ass, like, I can't believe it. Jess Coast is calling me out for being a bitch. Morbid. He's Asian. What? Are you racist? I didn't think of Audrey as a racist now, you know. Fancy is making a new series on me. Yes, I've read the unredacted email. Look at, and it's 11:11 a.m. What is 11:11? That's not good news, ladies and gentlemen. That is bad luck. 11:11. I think it's satanic. I believe that is why this is Audrey over here calling the U.S. Army Pentagon. Dude, you have no time, Audrey. I mean, seriously, this is what you do in your free time. Oh Lord, fucking A, Audrey, you were fucking pathetic as hell. You know, I did you a favor, guys. I actually had some photos taken by her husband. Her husband briefly put this image up on his Instagram, I believe. I'm not sure. Just go with me. Yes, she has a drama addict coffee mug. She drinks that shit. And she has this sticker right there that says, don't be a dick, to remind her not to be a dick. Clearly, she never sees that sticker because it's on the back. It's on the back of her laptop over there. And so don't be a dick. She never listens to those that advice right there. But the email was sent. Thank you for contacting the U.S. Department of Defense. And let's take a look at this because this is the Pentagon email that she sent. Let's see if she could debunk this in her next TikTok live. I don't think so. We drop all the receipts, and it's official, ladies and gentlemen. It's U.S. Department of Defense, the Pentagon. To Public Affairs at pentagon.mil. Urgent, the subject, national security threat, Gypsy Rose Blanchard drama. Now, you know this is not going to the spam folder of the Pentagon. No, it's going to priority, ladies and gentlemen. Dear Pentagon, And Audrey writes, I am writing to bring to your attention a grave and ongoing threat to our national security. Online drama about Gypsy Rose Blanchard. People on the internet are fighting, making TikToks, crying like myself over my book, and talking and taking sides like this is the Super Bowl of nonsense. This is clearly a distraction from real issues. It's exhausting. It's ridiculous. And honestly, who cares? I urge the Pentagon to deploy immediate resources to investigate, diffuse, and stop this madness. Our country deserves better. So there it is, guys. Take a screenshot. This is the legit email that she wrote. We believe so. We knows. I'd think so. I got sources on this, guys. And you know it's true because it does say part-time truth teller. You know what? They're giving her too much credit. There's no truth telling over here by Audrey. You know, Audrey likes to dig up people's stuff and threaten them. Who this? Who this, Audrey? Who this? Oh, there's Hella Mark Harley, the wife beater. Let's give it up for Hella Mark Harley, the wife beater. You know, we have all those videos on him beating his wife constantly. Yeah. How's Luna doing? You know, did you guys know that Luna, his wife, who gave me all those videos where she was getting beaten up by him, and he actually has a record of domestic violence against his wife because he's a 6'4" man, you know, with clearly a tiny penis, a button penis that his wife described his penis as. Little Mark over there, he couldn't inject steroids into his pee-pee for some reason. Everything else became big except that part. Just a little button, as Luana Mancuso described it. But unbelievable that this 6'4", 260-pound man would beat up his wife, Luana, multiple times, putting bruises on her, pictures of bruises all over her arm, her breast area. We got all pictures of that as well because she sent it to me because she wasn't afraid of you, Mark. You piece of shit, Mark. Wow, 6'4", 260. You know, all of your agents, whoever you're working with in shitty Hollywood now, he gets these shitty commercial jobs. I guess you're going to have to lose out on that once they realize what a woman abuser you are. But, you know, Case will know he's a woman abuser too. He abuses women online. Anyhow, who is this? You ask me over here because everybody was wondering if Audrey's mom's boyfriend existed. And, you know, I was like, wow, she kind of does look familiar. Oh, that is Audrey's mom, Nora. We know Nora. How do we know Nora? Huh? Because Audrey put her shit out on the internet. That's what she said, right? That's what she said. Oh my God. Kelsey, go take care of her kids. No one cares about you. This Kelsey individual, no one knows. She's engaged. Give it up. She's engaged to the racist, homophobic whoosh Chris Cuomo. And Robin has a lot of nice things to say about you, Kelsey. Say hi to your entire family, Kelsey. See you later. Okay, go get your attention somewhere else, you weirdo. She's such a weirdo. She lives in the stupidest places where Whoosh all lives in this the shitty corners of the internet. She's going to go back there with all her drug addict friends. All right, so let's move on here. Look it over here, guys. That is Nora. They just wanted some attention right there. That is Nora right there. Mark, don't you have a woman to beat? Go. Guy is fucking women at 60 years of age. Mark Helly is it Helly or Harley? Mark Harley over there fucking women over there at his mom's house, who's 90 years of age in Northern California on that twin size bed. We heard all the stories, Mark. It's embarrassing. I feel embarrassed for you, man. Holy shit. Anyhow, speaking of big people over here, That is Nora. Nora right here, we recognize from the fire. Remember the fire in that little corner, that little section of the mobile home? Yeah, that little section. Yeah, this is actually Nora over here. And this is the boyfriend. We found you. We found him. But, you know, we don't know what he looks like. We don't know what he looks like. Oh, but we found him. And it's quite interesting. His story is quite interesting, right? Right, Audrey? Right. Ronnie. Let's call him Ronnie. Yeah, Ronnie the limo driver, whatever you want to call him, Ronnie. Ronnie doesn't like to pay his child support. No. In fact, he filed bankruptcy just like Nora, okay? And interesting enough, Nora filed bankruptcy recently, I believe back this May or something like that. Same time she had that fake fire. Isn't that weird? So Nora over here files for bankruptcy, right? This guy filed for bankruptcy. He doesn't pay his child support. He dodges paying his child support, all on public records here. Right, Autumn? Or Autumn. I keep mixing up Audrey with Autumn because they both lie. Oh, man. But during this time of the fire and everything else, what does good old Ronnie do? Ronnie, the dune buggy driver over here. This is what he does, folks. This is what he did with your money. He is clearly addicted to gambling. Gambling. He checked into Las Vegas multiple times. He goes to his favorite place where he gets free dinner while he's not, supporting his children. He avoided that, he avoided that. Let's get rid of Kelsey. We don't need her anymore. Go back to your little shithole. Dumbass. That girl, hits on every man on the internet as she possibly can. It's really sad because, you want to actually have a stable sort of environment for your children. And, maybe she has young children. I don't know. She says she does, but, I kind of question that, the way she's been acting on the internet, calling people N-words everywhere and making fun of gay people. This is what Kelsey does. And then she goes out and seeks these men to, try to get them to come to her house and live there and stuff like that. She never spends time with her kids. She's always constantly on internet drama. So, we didn't want to have her fuss with you. It's so boring. Go back to your racist hole over there. Look at Ronnie getting free dinners. And he's spending the Go Fraud Me money that Audrey took from the entire anti-gypsy community, guys, recently. $200,000. Why is Ronnie going to Las Vegas all the time? Why? Why, Ronnie? Do you have an addiction to gambling? You're damn right he does. Isn't this pathetic? You know what's more pathetic? What's more pathetic is this person right here, Audrey, lying to all of you to get money from all of you. She never proved that there was a fire report filled out. In fact, we're looking into it. So far, nothing. Silence, crickets. Why did your mom, Nora, over here, and Ronnie file bankruptcy, especially your mom recently back in May when supposedly there was a fire? And here she is too busy emailing the Pentagon for stupid shit. Nothing adds up there, Audrey. Look at mommy over here. So we found the boyfriend, Ronnie, over here. And Ronnie's bad. Not only does he use the Go Fraud Me money for his gambling addiction and avoiding child support at every cost. Winner. Oh, who could this be? Some poor woman who's disabled. Martha. 574 friends. 13,000 Facebook posts. Wow, that's a fucking lot of Facebook posts, man. Who the hell has time to post 13,000 messages? Just for that, let's give a round of applause for Martha. She has had a lot of time, though, but I mean, has Facebook been around that long? Probably, right? Probably. Let's move on here. Living in Florida, that checks out, right? Maybe Martha's the side piece now, but I'll tell you what, Martha, it looks like, is still married to Audrey's mom's boyfriend. Is this the mistress here? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. This man didn't get his affairs in order, right? Before, moving on properly. He avoided paying child support to Martha. Martha suffers. How come Martha can't get a GoFundMe? But this guy, Ronnie, Nora's boyfriend, he collects the money because that's his home, right? That's his mobile home, because little old Nora over here filed bankruptcy just back in May, right? When the fire supposedly happened, because Audrey has no idea. She knows everything else, right? She doesn't know anything else. I'm being facetious. But she doesn't know anything about her mom or her Ronnie over here, maybe. Or she's hiding the truth until she gets caught. April, Fancy says April. It happened all in April. Okay, April, May. So, there it is right there. Filed bankruptcy there, and conveniently has this fire incident, right? Gets a go fraud me under Audrey's name. Yeah, that's red flags written all over it. No receipts provided to you. No reports from the fire department, and so on and so forth. Jesco says, please tell me we told Morbid about her rap and sent him the mugshot. Oh, you talking about Martha? Oh, yeah, we do. But I'm not going to talk about Martha right now, though, because I want to focus on Ronnie. Ronnie, the guy who dodges child support, and he goes to Las Vegas to gamble his money away. Clearly, he has money, right? He has money, and now he has your GoFundMe money that he's going to spend in a slot machine or on the tables over there. And who suffers? Martha. Martha's the victim. Yeah, Martha's the true victim in this story, I believe. And she's disabled. She became disabled here. And here she is. Wishing Ronnie a very happy anniversary. 20 years, 22 years of marriage, right? And then you got this mistress side piece over here, right? Nora collecting the GoFundMe, of course, because of Audrey the Gross. This entire family tree is becoming more gross as we look into it deeper and deeper. And trust me, we've just hit the surface, the outside part of it. So what a happy anniversary for good old Martha over there. Unbelievable. But Audrey's only going to tell you the truth only when she gets backed in the corner. And then she'll gaslight more, as she has been doing. It's pretty obvious. For instance, she just made a video about Jess Coast in regard to a comment Jess Coast made. And when I initially read this, I knew what Jess Coast meant. Okay. She's trying to spin Jess Coast's comment, okay, in regards to El Meltdown over there, because, Audrey has a daily or hourly meltdowns. She's so triggered by everything, all criticism that goes her way. She's triggered and has to address it with some gaslighting and things of that nature, lying, things like that. That's Audrey. That's why she's gross, and that's why Becca Scoops called her gross. But here's Jess Goes, and this is what Jess really meant, okay? Because Audrey did something pretty gross again. She actually attacked the children that were involved. See, we're only merely exposing her bad parenting of why she abused her child and left a 1-month-old in that position, or, you know, that sort of condition, living environment, things of that nature, you know, and she doesn't like to hear the truth. In fact, Audrey multiple times has fessed up and said that, you know, she feels bad. Why would you feel bad if it wasn't your fault, Audrey? Because you know, there's some guilt there. And that's why I'm going to point you guys to the direction of Fancy Macelli. Because Fancy at the Good Wives Network, on her YouTube channel and her TikTok, she has done a great job in actually detailing all this information. And we know Fancy is pretty good at doing that. She gets down and dirty with that stuff. She makes sure she goes over every single detail before she actually presents it. And you can tell, and we're going to probably listen to some of that right here. But here's a comment that Jess made, and I want to point this out here. She says, I like someone's comment, because Audrey was talking about her liking someone's comment about her child passing. Again, I'm not going to get into Jess Coast's personal stuff, because I don't honestly know much about it, but I kind of have an idea. Yep, she's alive. Talking about her daughter, I believe. Never said she was dead, but your son should be. Now, she took that sentence, the end of the sentence, never said she was dead, never said my daughter was dead, but your son should be dead. It doesn't say your son should die. I wish he was dead. No, it's, but your son should be, because you almost shook him to death, is the thing. Now, English is a kind of crazy thing, and you could spin it a lot of different ways. If you said, you almost shook him to death, and your son should be dead because of that. I've actually said it that way myself. But what does Audrey do to her audience? She spins that as, oh, Jess Coast said that she wishes that my son was dead. There is nothing in there where Jess has said, your son, I wish he was dead. She took your son should be dead, because you, Audrey, you. There it is, right? She's pointing at you, not your son. Okay, no one's talking about your kids in any way, like you did with Jess Co's kid, and shows pictures of Jess's daughter. Like, dude, we didn't like post. You know, when I posted your son, it was straight from your public YouTube community, so you can't complain about that. You actually went and seeked out Audrey. You went and stalked Jess Co's daughters, and I don't even know if that's really Jess Co's daughter or not, but you stalked some ladies Instagram, and you took a picture there, and you did the gaslighting thing. You did the, oh guys, don't go there and attack her, meaning code for go attack her, you know, because Audrey is gross. So, you know, don't try to spin shit. This is a perfect example of how Audrey spins shit to her people, and she knows she's doing this. That's the gross part. Audrey knows she's doing this. Okay, she is dumb though. She's dumb, but you know, she's a little slick when it comes to gaslighting. She's a very good gaslighter, especially to an audience that are low IQ, and we know the anti-gypsy community pretty damn low IQ. 97% of them. 97%. So for her to suggest, but I'm sure if you read this fast enough, you're like, yep, she's alive, never said she was dead, but your son should be, because, see, if you pause right there, but your son should be, period, then that would be like, holy shit. But it doesn't. It's because you, Audrey, you almost shook him to death. And I agree with that statement right there. She totally took this out of context, and she knows it too. She knows it, but this is how Audrey spins it all the time. Shame on her though, and she knows what she's doing, and that's why she's gross. That's why Becca Scoops called her gross. That's why I call her gross, and whoever else calls her gross. They're spot on. and Audrey does this all the time. We've seen it multiple times, iterations of it. And hopefully, let me ask Fancy, is it okay if I play a couple of your videos just to get some reference so people understand? If she gives me permission. If not, everybody go check it out though. I'm not going to play all of it, but you know, not all the videos. I think there's 6 or 7, but at least the first one. Yep, I gave you permission already. Okay. Sorry, I didn't read that initially. All right, cool. So let me get this right here. This is the video. I think this is the first video of the series. And this is titled, Audrey, Where Were Your Kids Living If Mom Was Gallivanting, across the universe? So let's check this out right here. Let me see if this is on point. Speed 1.25. And yeah, here we go.
Hey guys, it's Fancy, and you're watching the Good Wives Network. And so I have something I'm working on Audrey and her book, and I wasn't really going to touch this GoFundMe thing because I think there's other creators that are doing just a fabulous job of breaking it all down and explaining all of her craziness and the lies that she's telling currently. Just because I'm looking at you, girl. Great research that you have done. Thank you so very much. And like I said,
But by the way, let's give it up for Jess, because I'll tell you, people that are in a position, especially if you come from the anti-gypsy community side of it, to stick your neck out and to call out your own people, right? To be able to do that takes a lot of balls, and most people don't want to do it. It's uncomfortable. You get a lot of hate. You get a lot of comments coming at you. You get a lot of people unsubbing. Your views start to tank. Which means everything goes down, your revenue and all of that goes down, because there's a mob mentality in that they have a mob mentality, a hate bonding problem, a huge problem over there on that anti-gypsy community. And it was always there. It just got worse though. You know, it's like an infection now, right? That has just spread throughout their entire body and souls, right? And it's hard for them to get rid of it. But people like Jessica's, even people like Fancy out, Toddy was brave enough to come on out. Hell, Nina did it a couple times. We got to give it up for these type of people. Into the Weeds has been brave enough to come out, even though, and I'll tell you, they lost a lot as well. They did. Some other people that came out, I can't remember off the top of my head. Into the Weeds, Amber and Alora, you know, give it up for them, because, I mean, these are reputable people. People that are very talented, people that have contributed to the cause that we all believed in, justice for Didi, exposing the truth at one point. Now it's just become a clown show, bunch of ass clowns running that shit now, right? Took a big drop, but let's give it up. Jessicos, keep on doing it. Don't let those fucking people say differently. You know, even though this is the minority, right? It just shows that you're, you know, like you're following your intuition, and it's all about your integrity. These people on that other side just move with hate. They want to attack. They put out those threats, and then they point the finger right back at you and say, you're the ones that are the problem, and you're the ones that are guilty of the things that they're totally guilty for, never take accountability for. So shout out to all of those creators who do that.
I wasn't going to do anything on this until I heard this response clip from Audrey. Let me grab it for you.
It's my maiden name, Raj. Is because I used all of my accounts that have my maiden name to connect to it. But also, girl, whenever you showed like this map from where I live to where my mother lives, so you don't realize this, but you put Fowler, Michigan. I am in Fowlerville. A lot of people keep saying,
God, she's such a smug, entitled bitch. She just the way, I just hate the way she speaks. It is so condescending and fake as fuck, and you could tell everything bothers her. It is gross, right? Ew. Oh, fucking, like Becca wasn't even this bad, you know? Like Becca, that's why I'm like, damn, did we took down the wrong person first. Becca is actually an angel compared. I would say maybe she might be an angel compared to fucking Audrey, I think. Yeah.
that my mom has not lived in Texas since 2002. She left Texas in 2002 to move to Arizona. And then after Arizona, she moved to Nevada. And after Nevada, she moved to...
Don't get me wrong. I fucking hate me some Becca Gibbs. I really do. I think she's a fucking piece of shit as well. But if you put them on a scale, right, I think they'd weigh the same. No, if you put them on a scale of who's worst, I got to hand it to Audrey.
Back to Arizona, and then she came up to Michigan briefly, but that just didn't work for her. And then she had like a job where she was working all over the country, so she didn't like have a home address, I guess. Like she used our kid's address, but she didn't have her own home.
Okay, now, for those of you that didn't catch that, I'm going to give it down to you. So basically, she's trying to correct where she lives. Fine, that's fine, whatever. But then she goes on to give a very detailed description of where all her mother has lived, right? So she said she has not lived in Texas since 2002, and she moved to Arizona, and then she moved to Nevada, and then she moved from Nevada back to Arizona. And then she says she came up to
All right, let me turn it up. Sorry, guys. Hopefully this is better. Let me
Michigan
know.
for a little bit, but that wasn't working out. And then she says she had a job working all over the country.
Is that better? It should be a little bit louder. I can make it a little bit louder, but if that's okay, that's okay. All right.
She didn't have her own address, but she used the kid's address, but she didn't live there. Well, here's the thing. Number one, Audrey, you don't mention any point in time that your mama moved to Missouri to come take care of your children and bail you out from your court case, did you? Did she never live there? Because I don't think she actually lived there, and I don't think that she actually ever took custody of your children, considering that you have custody of the 16-year-old child, who is the child that was allegedly abused by your husband, wink, wink. And,
Yes, wink, wink, because do we really know what happened there? See, I told you Fancy was doing her research here. She always does her research here. You know when Fancy's like ready to get down and dirty, man. Pull up her sleeves and just get to work.
Interesting. She used your children's address, but she wasn't living there. So basically, you're admitting that you guys conned the court. You conned the court. Your mother stood in front of a court and a judge, and she said that she was responsible for these children, that she would take care of them for the rest of their childhood, and that they were going to be given the same opportunities as her natural born children, and that Audrey was no longer their parent, but their sibling. Okay, your mother agreed to all of that and agreed to protect these children. And this is the whole reason why, and I'm going to point this out in my next video, this is the whole reason why DCFS did not want your mother to be the person who adopted your children, because they felt that your mother had already exhibited lack of ability to protect your children from their abusers. Okay?
And Fancy has much more knowledge than I ever would on this subject because of the fact that she read her first edition book, or at least the book that, I don't know, Fancy, when did you get that book? I'm not even sure. Maybe a few months ago or something like that. Anyhow, it was a revised version now. There's discrepancies in the page numbers. She loves to point out with Jess, right? Jess goes, oh, how come your video got a little short there, you know? Maybe, Jess realized, well, maybe she got a couple things wrong. So she didn't want to look like she was, she has the integrity and the morals to take it out if it's not true. Maybe, or I don't know. But look at you, Audrey. Audrey, in fact, where is the book? It's no longer for sale as of today, or when Fancy called you out the other day about the pages, the amount of pages, the discrepancy in the amount of pages. Oh, look at who's hiding information now there, Audrey. But we got it. Well, Fancy does.
And so I find that very interesting that you didn't mention Missouri in here. And not only did you not mention Missouri, but you then said that she was using their address, but she wasn't living there because she was traveling all.
Jess says, Audrey recently posted a video making fun of her son's disabilities. Really? I'll post that in our Discord. We'll see about that. I could see that. I could see how she jokes about like that kind of stuff. She has some really disgusting ways of joking about things. She talks about her CLIT. It's weird and gross the way she describes it in a joking way. It's like, dude, this person's gross. Like, that's why she's gross and disgusting. I just don't understand why people would find her. Well, I do. It's because of the hate bonding. Without that hate bonding, Audrey would be nothing. No one would care about her. They'd actually find her gross just like we do.
Over the country. So at what point in time was she taking care of your children? And you did sign over permanent, not, until he turns this age or he can make his own decisions. No. Permanent custody was given to your mother, which means for the last 16 years now, your child should have been in her custody in all of these places, except that how was that happening when you were the one raising him all the time and your daughter? So In other words, you lied to the court. You stood in an open court and you lied to court about the intentions of your mother and the intentions of you. And you gamed the court and you won. Good for you. But I'd sure like to know how that boy is with you now and not with his grandma.
And you know, fancy spot on here. How do we know this? Even just by, thinking about how Audrey, she reached out to her local law enforcement, filed a bunch of false paperwork with them and sending them information because she's getting her feelings hurt on the internet. And here's the thing. We haven't even covered Audrey more than 5-6 times here. All right. How many times has she covered Gypsy Rose? And what has Gypsy done to her? What has Gypsy filed a police report? No. Emailed the Pentagon? No. But what is poor old Audrey, entitled Audrey, always the victim, the perpetual victim, gaslighter to her audience? What does Audrey do? In less than 5 live streams about her, she does all of the above. So, hypocrite much, Audrey? Yeah, that would be you. Okay? You're just as public as Gypsy Rose, in my opinion, because you're an influencer who has 300, 400,000 followers on TikTok. Okay? That's probably bigger than anyone in this space, honestly, in the gypverse space, including myself. And yes, including Becca Scoop. She doesn't have those numbers, but you do. And you wrote a book about this whole situation. So yeah, you're gonna be analyzed, criticized, commentated on. So you're just gonna have to take it. There is no Pentagon or government that is gonna protect you when they have other real life shit to deal with, okay? So stop clogging up the system on horse shit. And I hope that they actually prosecute you on false reporting and all these matters. And especially your local police department, because Audrey wants to think like, oh, she's got this entire gang of people. I'm going to collect case studies information. I'm going to go ahead and collect this person, this creator, because everybody got their fifis hurt by morbid, right? Or something like that. But here's the thing. We're collecting too. But the difference between us and you, we don't waste law enforcement's time. We don't waste resources, valuable resources that are needed to other important things in the real world to take away from the services that the public needs to feel safe, okay? We don't do that, but we're going to collect. Because if you are wasting their time, and let's say they come and question a few people here because they're like, let's take a look at it. Well, we've got all the counter arguments of you threatening people, Audrey. We're keeping track. We have files. We have many people with stories. Many people have stories where you threaten to dox them, okay? Over there on Reddit, over here on YouTube, over there on TikTok, everywhere you go, it seems, okay? So we could provide law enforcement at that time the proper information for them to realize the problem all lied with you. It's all your fault, Audrey. And hopefully they prosecute your ass.
His mother, bond paper, in this house fire. And why was she in Florida? You know, you didn't mention Florida either. You didn't mention Florida in all of this. You just mentioned Arizona, Nevada, Michigan, Texas, no Florida, which is where the house supposedly burnt down. Yeah, I'm calling bullshit, Audrey. I'm sorry. I'm calling bullshit on all of it. And I think that your GoFundMe should be reported for fraud because I'm not buying it, sis. I'm not buying it.
And you know what? Audrey has collected so much money on her GoFundMe, right? So much money that she's able to put a down payment for her mom's boyfriend. Her mom's boyfriend's house, mobile home. Yeah, the guy that avoided child support payments for years and years and years. Yeah, that guy. The guy, Ronnie, right, who likes to go to Las Vegas and spend his money on slot machines instead of child support. Yeah, that guy, that Ronnie. So congratulations, anti-gypsy community over there. You purchased a house for Ronnie, the guy that never paid child support, the guy that isn't even filed a divorce, a proper divorce for Martha, who never received child support from this douche. And also Ronnie, the addict. Ronnie, the addict when it comes to gambling all that money away. Congratulations.
But I found it very interesting where your mother has lived for the last 16 years where she was supposed to have.
No wonder Audrey never wanted to talk about him. Now I understand. See, I thought it was outstanding warrants. Maybe there are. We'll take a look at it. But Ronnie not paying child support, Ronnie being addicted to gambling in Las Vegas. No wonder Audrey didn't say a word about Nora's boyfriend, her mom's boyfriend.
Custody of your two children and protecting them from you and, the husband that did 5 years for your ass. Man, oh man, boy, do I have a lot of information on this. And, honey, I had decided I wasn't going to do this. I wasn't going to go over your...
Can you imagine that? Audrey made her ex-husband possibly take the fall here. It seems like it. Because why would you go back to him after all of that, Audrey? I even asked her this. All it was gaslighting. Blah, 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 blah. Excuse after excuse. She always has the excuses. Reminds me of Autumn Terra. That's how they operate, those two. That's why those two got along so well. Did you notice that? Audrey was the biggest champion for Autumn Terra. Everybody here knew Autumn Terra is a habitual liar, pathological liar. And that is exactly what Audrey is too. And that's why they got along together.
Book or anything, because you had decided you were leaving the community and you weren't going to be doing anything anymore. And I kind of thought the problem was resolving itself. And I didn't really care enough to go over your whole bullshit life and how you lie about all of it. But I had it all ready to go and I paused, and I'm so glad I did, because guys, it's so funny. Every time that something like this happens in the gypsy case, every time that I think I'm ready to do something and something happens and I have to pause, it's because I get more information that gives me a clearer picture. And boy, has this GoFundMe situation with your mother given me a much clearer picture into you and your mother's games. I've drawn a distinct comparison between your behaviors today with this GoFundMe and your behaviors 16 years ago while you were going through the court systems on the alleged abuse charge.
And I'll tell you, Fancy's spot on again, man. Fancy's just killing it with all these details. But where did this criminal mind come from? Did it come from Nora? Or did it come from Audrey's father? We may have to take a deeper dive into it. I kind of have the answer. I think it's her father. Yeah. Looking at some of the criminal records there. So it makes sense. And we talked about, I thought it was an aunt. First, I thought it was her aunt. And then I thought, she was married into the family or something like that. I don't know. But no, Bonnie was actually married to her father. I think her father's Frank. I believe so. I don't have my notes in front of me, but I believe his name is Frank. And he was a midget. He was like 4'2" or something like that, which is fine. That's why Audacious Audrey looks a little, lopsided, weird looking, kind of like, she's, swaying back and forth as she's waddling, as she's walking. It looks like she's waddling like the penguin, so maybe she got that from her dad's side or something like that. Who knows? But she most definitely got the criminal mindset from her dad, because it seems like her dad was more of a criminal, or he was the victim, because all the petitions that he had, he petitioned the divorce, or he filed the divorce himself. He was the one that initiated all of the divorces. So maybe he was but I don't know, because it seems like it could be either. I don't know. What it boils down to is Audrey's gross.
Of your children. I cannot believe that the court failed again so horribly and did not listen to DCFS and allowed a 21-year-old and her mama and her fancy ass little lawyer to pull the wool over the court's eyes. Like I said, you may not have fooled the American government, military government, but at your big old 21-year-old self, you definitely charmed a fucking judge.
Wow. And it makes sense. It really does. So you guys have to go check out Fancy. This is the first video of the series, and she does mention that Audrey may have failed to trick the U.S. government or the U.S. military or government, because there's these other side stories of Audrey showing her aggression and her violent ways towards her husband at the time. When he was in the military, she suspected her husband of cheating. So what does Audrey do late at night? What does Audrey do? Well, she wakes up and she, I guess, caught some, pornographic pictures out of her husband's cell phone or something like that. And she blasts it out to his entire company in the military. Revenge porn, eh? Isn't that crazy? And weren't they all like saying it was bad that Rogie and Sheena just blurted out? It wasn't even like that. She like legit sent someone else's nudes, okay, to the entire military company for her to that base, I guess, or something like that. Again, I don't know the details too well. Fancy has that in that series that she did. There's 6 videos so far. I don't know how many videos she's having going to be doing in that to complete that series, but it's a good one. So make sure you guys go to Good Wives Network right here on YouTube or TikTok, whatever you prefer, and get more of the details. Because again, I don't know all those details, but Fancy says, while Audrey was supposed to be in an apartment away from him for the safety of her children, or living in an apartment away from him for the safety of her children, and then punches him in the face. Oh yeah, that's another detail I just left out. Another detail is Audrey punching her husband in the face because she thought he cheated. So who's really violent? And Audrey claims that, oh, there's no such thing as violence in the home. But really, so yeah, she always has excuses. She says that the abuse happened to her 1-month son because she was out shopping or some shit like that. That's her excuse. It's like, get the fuck out of here. Then why did you go back to him? You know, but she has an excuse for that. And I'm sure she's going to have another meltdown. Maybe she's having one now over on TikTok on a live, because what else is Audrey going to do? Spend time with her family? No. She's too busy. She's too busy being creepily obsessed. Not over Gypsy Rose, because she used to be, and she still is, I guess, over Gypsy Rose. That's her life, right? That pretty much tells you exactly who Audrey is, and, you know. But, yeah, the truth is coming to light. That's why there's a subreddit now. And I don't want to call it a hate subreddit, a hate subreddit. I want to say that it's a subreddit about Audacious Audrey. And essentially, it's probably people who were fucked over by her multiple times over, or people that have noticed that she's a snarky, smug, entitled bitch. And you can hear it. You can hear the aggression and the anger and the violence in her voice and her expressions. And we're going to see a part of it in her live stream she recently did. It's pretty wild and hilarious at the same time. She's collecting all these files right now. This live stream is going to go in her file to the Pentagon. You know, she's going to be handing all this information to her lawyer, right, for defamation and slander or something like that, working on contingency. Yeah, no good lawyer works on a contingency basis that they're going to be paid something unless it's a case they know they're going to win. Defamation and slander is the most difficult to prove. And to even make money off that, lawyer's going to be working so hard to get nothing. So yeah, that's not going to happen. How do I know this? Trust me, I've been there multiple times over. Get ready to spend $50,000, $100,000 to win nothing. Maybe you're going to follow in your mom's footsteps of, you know, filing bankruptcy and, you know, pretending like your house is on fire next. Oh boy. Anyhow, let's see here. Let's go over to the live stream she recently did. Thanks, Fancy, for letting me play that. I'll drop Fancy's channel link in the chat so you guys could go follow. Jessica says she posted herself screaming at Morbid on her channel. Oh yeah? When was that? I don't follow her at all. But I'm glad that there's a subreddit now because they're posting a lot of shit over there and it's great. I like it. I just dropped Fancy's YouTube channel, if you guys didn't know that. Go over there. I believe she has 6 or 7 videos. Let me see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 6 videos. And she's continuing this series. So make sure you guys go check it out. A lot of information that I didn't know of. And Fancy does call out Audrey for revising her own book because there's a discrepancy in page numbers. And as soon as Fancy did that, maybe yesterday, I believe yesterday or the day before, what happens? Audrey takes her book down. It's no longer for sale on Amazon when it was on sale the entire time. And it's an expensive, shitty book, by the way, called Words of the State, right? And it's ridiculous expensive. It's not even worth it. But she took it down. You know, Audrey the hypocrite as well. I mean, she calls out other people for taking stuff down, but she's the one that's taking stuff down because she was caught. Audrey gets caught all the time. And then here's the thing. Here's the beauty. Is that Audrey can easily gaslight her audience using the hate bond that they share. That's the easiest way. You know, if she didn't have that, she'd be shit out of luck. Everybody would find her a complete liar. But that's the only thing going for her at this time. Let's see here. I may play this, and maybe we'll go see what's over there on the TikTok part. Well done, Fancy. Keep exposing Audrey. Yes, Sugar Sunday, right up in there. By the way, the Snark page is called SnarkAudaciousAudrey, and I'll drop that link as well. If you guys are Reddit users and you want to read up on some of the stuff that they've been posting there recently, go to that link right there that I just dropped. It's r/SnarkAudaciousAudreyB as in bitch for Audrey. Dreamer says, Fancy, I call you out on TikTok. You gave me more to call you out. There's always going to be a love-hate relationship with good old Fancy. Fancy and Dreamer. Those are great, great, great moments there. All right, let's move over here. Yes, the gross one. Let's see what she had to say in her most recent live stream.
Good afternoon, everybody. I thought that I would come on here, and since I called out Miss Fancy Pants, I thought it was time to call out a few other people, and this one is from More Bitch and Jess Coast.
You see how her tone is so fake? It's just, that's not a real person speaking, you know? You can just feel it already. And again, unless you're hate bonding with her, you're not going to find anything in common with this personality whatsoever.
So, a lot of people have seen what is going on, and a lot of people seem to be genuinely confused. Basically, it's my take that they're mad. They're mad I'm doing decent. They're mad people want.
Oh, you're doing decent. See, the truth comes out. She says she's not monetized. She lies about that because in a sense she is monetized. She's monetized on YouTube, but she's also monetized on TikTok with TikTok gifts. Okay. So don't let her lie to you. She loves gaslighting though. That's the whole thing here.
Need to help. And so what are they doing? They're trying to take other content creators down. And that's what happens whenever you're actually in Gypsy's back pocket.
Actually, see, you're defaming and slandering us saying we're in Gypsy's back pocket, and that's not true. You're going to have to prove that in your court case. from your free lawyer, right? Are you withholding information to the Pentagon, Audrey? I bet you are. Are you withholding information about yourself and what you do on the internet to your local police department? Or did you fill that out in the report? Or do you need us to fill it out with all witnesses attached? Because we've got quite a few of them.
Most of the time. Hi, Bay Roche. How are you? How is Mama? Much better today. We found something. Yeah, I will give out those details when I can, because I feel like last time I was like, oh yeah, we put an offer on something. And
Wow. Isn't that such a beautiful thing that, you know, you have money to put an offer down on homes at this time when the economy sucks so bad. The rest of us have to suffer. Actual real homeless people are suffering out there, sleeping when there's storms. They have no cover. They have to, you know, find a box or a trash can or something like that to just hide under, you know, these poor homeless people that are actually struggling. But here's Audrey, right? Here's Audrey allowing her mom's boyfriend, who's addicted to gambling in Las Vegas and who has not even paid a cent in child support to poor Martha over there. You know, they're able to just put down offers, you know. That's such a beautiful, beautiful life, man. Such a hard life, right?
when I can, because I feel like last time I was like, oh yeah, we put an offer on something, and then it just tanked within 48 hours. So I'm going to not say anything until it is done deal, and then I can like come on and be like, yay. Yeah, because I don't want to take y'all on the emotional roller coaster with me on that again, because been there, done that. So, okay. First and foremost, we're gonna address More Bitch. So More Bitch went live.
That's so clever. I guess she doesn't like the Audrey the gross, because she knows exactly when she looks in the mirror every morning, she goes, ew, gross. Ew. That's exactly the reaction she has every single morning and every single night. You know, when she goes to bed, she looks right in the freaking mirror. Oh, gross. Her husband says the same thing as he's watching TV, as a lazy individual that he probably is, fat ass, just laying around, you know, probably unemployed or doing his next DoorDash or whatnot, just came home from delivering people's foods, you know, and stuff like that, you know, eating their French fries as he's driving, you know, the delivery to their house. You know, those type of people. Don't think they don't do that. They do that. Oh man. And every time he looks up at her and she goes, honey, I'm going to bed. And he looks at her and goes, oh, gross.
And he said, hold on, let me go over to my YT because I posted it on there. He said this, hold on, I'm gonna flip y'all so you can see. Flip camera. He said that this was my mother. And then
so that's Bonnie right there. And who cares what I got right or what I got wrong? You know, it's worse. It's worse than I thought. I thought it was an aunt, but it's actually her stepmom. That's even worse, that her stepmom, Bonnie, beat up some elderly disabled person, and she's proud of that. She's actually proud of, she should have just said, oh yeah, Morbid, you're right, it was my aunt. Who gives a fuck about my aunt? No, it was your stepmom married to your dad, because you're, you know, you guys all make the wrong decisions, these criminal minds, you know. Just.
He went into like a long-winded thing about what a piece of shit my mom was, basically. However, whenever he realized that his investigation skills sucked and that wasn't my mother, he turned around and he had this to say. Let me pull that one
so
up.
Essentially,
because I went ahead and
essentially, I already explained that. Let's move forward. And she does say something about Jess. I'm not going to play that part because I think it's pretty damn gross what she did there. And she says, oh, you know, they attacked my children and I'm like a mama bear with my claws out. I wish you were like that in the past, you know. Maybe we wouldn't be here and maybe you wouldn't have a book to write about it. I mean, seriously, we only questioned and criticized who you are as an individual. as a person, lack thereof, actually. So that's it. Had nothing to do about your kids, but you like to bring up people's kids. And so that's you, not us. All right. You just took it the wrong way because you like to gaslight people, just like Case Studies does, just like the rest of them do. Mimi, Moo over there, they all like to pretend like we're bringing up their kids. We're not. Fancy's not bringing up your kid. Okay. Jess goes, didn't bring up your kid in that way that you're thinking. We're bringing up your lack of mother skills because you're so... you're claiming that you have these claws out as a mommy protecting your children, but where was that same energy in the beginning? And we wouldn't be talking about you ever. There would be no book. So face the facts, Audrey, because aren't you about the facts? Or is that Bree with the facts?
Hi, baby. Herpes. They're downstairs. Okay, get her midnight. Okay, so he did this.
I want to say something. Look at how you just, I don't know, dismiss your children for fucking TikTok lives, bro. I'll never understand that. I can never understand that, by the way. See, that's your parenting skills I'm talking about. I'm not talking about your child, okay, Audrey? That's the difference between you and us, dummy. All right, let's see here. There's okay. Gotcha. All right, some breaking news here, which I'm going to share in a moment. But I'll give you the deets. Give you the deets. I kind of knew about this too. Martha. Gotcha. So it does run in the family. The criminal minds run in the family here. Let me make sure I have my facts. You know, I'll come back to it. I'll come back to it because I want to make sure I'm saying the right things. Before we give Audrey another meltdown and she's like, oh my God, Morgan got it incorrect. It's not my brother. It's actually my dad, you know.
Oh shit, let me turn it up.
There we go. This into a JPEG. That there,
Yes.
individual, an elderly, disabled individual, folks. So this is the family tree that Audrey the Gross comes from. And
hey, I was right back then too. Holy shit.
And I gotta pause it. He switched it from it was my mother to then it's my aunt. Well, Morbid, a round of applause. You really tried, but she is not my aunt. She is not my mother. And since you suck at investigation skills, I'm just gonna go ahead and tell you who Bonnie is. Bonnie is a lady that my dad married briefly.
It's your stepmom, and it wasn't that brief. You see how she distanced herself from everything, right? Because she knows she's guilty. You know, a week ago when I presented this information, she totally didn't want to admit that she knew this individual. She's like, who the fuck is Bonnie? Okay, that's not my mom, so fuck you. And she never said, well, actually, Bonnie is my stepmom. She ain't my mom. See, she leaves those things out thinking that we're not going to recheck and go, oh, okay, you know, because we don't give a shit, Audrey. We're not deep diving too much, you know, at this time. We're not. So we're just kind of going with it right here. But at least we got it kind of in the vicinity that maybe it's not your aunt. Oh, I'm sorry, it's your stepmom. That's worse, actually.
And that is how she got our last name. The marriage did not work out. They divorced. And so you tried. You were wrong. You suck. Then what else do we...
This is coming from someone who called her dad a motherfucker and she's glad that he's dead. Who says that about their dad? I don't care how much you hate your dad. Okay, so if you feel that way, Audrey, about your own dad, how come you don't understand Gypsy feeling like that about her mom? If it's okay for you to call your dad that nobody knows, okay? He might be a great guy and you're just an asshole, okay, of a daughter. Because you come off smug and entitled, bitchy and stuff like that. And there's nothing you say that I ever believe. Because after dealing with you with the whole Audrey or the Autumn Terra situation and you taking it up for her, It told me everything I needed to know about you when you started making videos, knowing you're spreading misinformation and unwilling to correct yourself and hold yourself accountable for spreading misinformation because you're more concerned and happy about the views that you were getting on those said videos. Okay, that's you, Audrey. So if you're able to call your dad a piece of shit motherfucker and you're so happy he's dead, essentially, that he was a piece of shit and all this stuff, right? Well, why are you out there criticizing Gypsy Rose for how she felt about her mom? I guess we're not able to question you, right? See, these people are hypocrites. At every single turn, there's hypocrisy, left, right, middle, center, whatever.
We have a more bitch. Let's see. There was another one. I got to find out where it is. Sorry, guys. I have so many different recordings at this point. So, y'all know we went live together. And more bitch tried to say that he knew, hold on, something about me. That one's not the recording. This one might be.
Imagine spending all this time by herself in a room, taking her stupid, shitty notes. Like this shit doesn't even matter. You're preaching to the choir. You're preaching to your own. They don't care what comes out of your mouth. All they want to hear is hate against Gypsy Rose. Trust me, views will drop the more that they talk about me. I know. I've seen this. History repeats itself. People get bored. They don't want to hear about me. They want to get back to the content, but these fools right here can't help themselves but to be triggered and fall for the rage bait over and over. And I love it. I love every step of the way. And yeah, I'm just here enjoying it, actually.
Okay. Yeah, he flopped on that one. He's going to flop on another one. He flopped on a lot, but these are just so from the live the other night, we have this conversation where he's talking about Bonnie again.
Some record for assaulting somebody. That's not my mother's fucking name, you dumbass motherfucker. You're out here trying to talk about my kids.
That's her fake boyfriend. Where's her fake boyfriend?
Who's fake boyfriend?
And look at how she speaks to people. She's talking to me and say, "You dumbass motherfucker." You know, it's just like, see, that's her real side. Case Studies has a fake side as well. It's all the same. Such a mask, right, that they put on. They put that on because they want to seem like they're such moral people with integrity, but they're not. Because I'm telling you, if you go live and you have that interaction together, the truth comes out. Ask Chewy how it is when the real truth comes out on him. Ask Case Studies. There's multiple live streams where he goes crazy over people, you know. I mean, he berates women and stuff like that, just like Audrey. Audrey says the same thing. Dumbass motherfucker.
Let's talk about my kids.
That's her fake boyfriend. Where's her fake boyfriend?
Who's fake boyfriend?
Your mom's fake boyfriend?
She doesn't have a fake boyfriend, the fuck?
Oh, yeah?
Oh, yeah.
That's why he's got
The fuck?
warrants out for him.
Okay, what's his name if he has warrants out for him?
So he says my mom's boyfriend is fake.
Right here. See, I didn't even research anything. I was just like trolling her and like, oh, your mom's boyfriend. Because I was trying to get information out of her to see if she would give anything up without me spending time researching shit or asking other people to do so as they do so.
And then he says, my mom's boyfriend has warrants.
And of course she fell for it because look at the outcome here. She's having a meltdown again.
That's really interesting, my dude. Did he commit fake crimes? Once again, congratulations, you tried. Now, let's talk about the liar Jess Coase. And before I get into this, I would like to show y'all something pretty fucking interesting. I just got to find out which Google Drive it's in.
Look at her. She has all these different Google Drives and she's so high tech in her research with her fucking notebooks just, you know, piled upon each other. Right? This Audrey the note taker. Audrey the note taker over here. Oh my God. So yeah, look at her. She's diligent in getting all this stupid, dumb, useless information on people. Yet she has no idea about her own family members. She doesn't know anything about the fire, like Jess Coase pointed out. She doesn't know anything about the boyfriend or anything like that. Has a gambling problem in Las Vegas. We pointed that out today. Doesn't even pay child support, which I'm sure she doesn't give two fucks about, and hasn't even properly divorced Martha before he started shacking up with Nora.
Okay.
And yes, Audrey doesn't know the details of her own child and that abuse situation, which, by the way, CPS found a overwhelming amount of information. Basically said she's guilty of charges. I mean, that's what CPS basically, said. You failed to protect your child. You failed. There's lack of supervision there. Naughty, naughty, naughty. We can't figure out exactly who the abuser is, you or your husband. And all things point to kind of Audrey in Fancy's sort of breakdown, because Fancy even discussed the part in the book where Audrey, I guess, punched the face of her husband while he was sleeping. He was defenseless, some defenseless guy sleeping, and she got jealous. Rage took over her, and she punched the face, and I bet you she'll be so proud of it. Yeah, I punched his face, motherfucker. The fuck? Yeah, I punched the fuck. She's gonna go on a live stream. Yeah, I punched his face. He was cheating, motherfucker. The fuck? I punched that motherfucker in the face. She's gonna be so happy, and they're gonna be applauding her, like, yeah, go, Audrey, team Audrey. Audrey with the notes. Audrey with the notebook.
So we have Jess Coase, right? And we're going to focus on this video of hers that I got so much wrong, Jess Coase. Now, this is the downloaded version that I downloaded. Let's see if you can see that. It's an hour and 33 minutes long. But whenever you go on over to her YouTube now, the I got so much wrong is an hour and 19 minutes.
Oh no, what are we going to do with the discrepancy in minutes? Gives a fuck. Who cares, all right?
Jess, what did you remove 24 minutes of? Is it what we were talking about in the chat the other day? Oh, okay. Don't worry. It probably was. But I have
We could ask the same question to you, but yours is more serious. What information did you add or take out of your book, before you, I guess, it mysteriously disappeared on Amazon today or yesterday? We could ask you now, why are you fiddling around, revising shit, adding shit to the book, as Fancy has called you out multiple times now, and now she's doing this entire series? Are you having anxiety at night there, Audrey? Because you've been gaslighting people a little too much? Oops, she got caught, Audrey. I'm sure she's going to have an excuse for this one too. She always had Audrey with the excuses.
So let me just go on and forward over to an hour and 8 minutes, because that's where one little key is that I would like to point out. So you said this at an hour and 8 minutes.
Out there person about her social media stuff. But additionally,
Oh, hold on.
What the amount is that you're going to be paying.
Hold on, guys. Something else is playing in the background.
You need to raise money and ask people to give.
Oh, what's playing in the background there, Audrey? It's one of her many Google Drives that she sent to the Pentagon. She sent her entire Google Drive to the Pentagon and shit. And it's in the trash. It's in their empty recycle bin right now.
Where the fuck is the noise coming from?
Apparently, according to you,
There it
you
is.
have enough money to.
Okay. Let's try this again.
Why I didn't mention my mom on Facebook post.
It's Audrey with the gross pigtails, guys. Audrey.
Because I picked up my phone and I said, hey, Mom, happy Mother's Day. I called her rather than posting online because my happy Mother's Day to my mother directly was genuine and not a front face for Facebook. So, no,
And that's true.
I didn't post it on Facebook for my mother. So be so fucking for real. Every time you want to know how your mom's doing, do you post it on Facebook? Do you tag your mom?
Now we're about to hear her explanation. of why she doesn't.
I'm curious because I don't think that most mentally sane people would.
So now you're calling me mentally insane?
Oh, so yeah, a lot of people actually post shit on Facebook and stuff like that for their moms, right? Especially if you don't live in the same state. Why are they mentally insane? You're mentally insane. In fact, Ronnie's mentally insane because he's posting that he's gambling over at Las Vegas with the GoFundMe money that he all received from you guys.
Yes, I am, and I'm about to prove that you seem to be mentally insane.
Every time I want to know how my mom's doing, I don't post it on Facebook. Because I lost my mom 5 years ago. She's dead. I lost my daughter when she was 9. You want to fucking talk about that too?
And you know, she took this as, well, Audrey lied. She said that her daughter died, okay? No, she said she lost her daughter at a certain age or whatever. And this is why this is where the gaslighting begins again with Audacious Audrey, the gaslighter, the gross gaslighter, in fact, because she knows exactly what that context was, but she needs to find a way to spin it. So she looks at some random text or comment section that Jess Coast liked, okay, in this random comment section or whatnot, or maybe the comment section below. She doesn't owe anyone an explanation or anything, but here's gross Audrey over here using that as a guise, using that as a way to say, oh, look, she lied. She said that her daughter died. You know, she's a liar. See, that's gross. That is gross about you, Audrey, that you would turn something like that in that serious situation. That's where you're attacking the child, and that's where you're attacking Jess in that sort of way. That's where you're attacking actual trauma, you dumb fuck. There's the difference. You're attacking trauma, okay? Unlike you, we're attacking you as the person that created the trauma, the brain trauma, or whatever you want to call it, okay? Shaken baby syndrome type deal. You're the one that caused that. We're calling that behavior out. You are pointing out someone's actual tragedy and sticking it to them. So that is the difference between you guys and us.
Why did you take it out of your video? Could it be because you're lying to the internet? Let's pull up the receipts. Let me just get on over to those. Sorry, guys, I have the receipts between my phone and my computer.
And this is where this numbnuts pulls up the like comment because Jess liked this comment, but I just explained to you, Audrey, you're the one attacking someone's trauma. You're the one that's attacking so much tragedy in regards to their child. So yeah, you're guilty of attacking someone's tragedy and trauma. Shame on you. No one here, not me, not Jess Goes, and not Fancy, has attacked your child in that way, nor have we attacked your trauma, okay? Because all signs point to you. Even CPS points to you as being at fault for what happened. And the abuse story of your own child that you wrote about and sold. You monetize this shit on Amazon. Shameless. Absolutely shameless.
And she put, living without your only child is not really living, right? Okay, that's interesting because then there was also this comment on there. And I'm just going to play y'all the video that I did. Let me make sure it doesn't flip back and show her kid again. Oh, it doesn't. Okay.
H. Chang over here. $10 super chat says, I can't believe I used to support you so much. A morbid donated money for Dee Dee's Earn, Cash App, super chat, super stickers. Now your channel is full of those that used to criticize, blah, blah, blah. Hey, let me give you something because we're both Asian. You're Chinese. I know. This is who you're supporting now. Take a look at your screen, H. Chang. These are the people that you're supporting now. This is what they think about Chinese people. Yeah, us. Us. This is who Case Studies is supporting and brings up on panel. Apple Charlotte, they all made jokes about Chinese people, how you guys speak, your accent. Why? They don't care about what? They don't care about racism against Asian people. It's usually a black and white issue, right? But I'm only pointing this out because I know you're Chinese, both Asian, right? H. Chang. But I guess you're going to give up your own integrity and morals and how you believe. I don't think you would appreciate someone doing this to you at the grocery store because I'm Asian. I would not appreciate that. I don't think you would appreciate anyone coming up to your mom or your dad and doing these chinky eyes and saying, ha, 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 go back to your own country. Would you? Or are you just silent now? I know you're in chat. How does it feel? Because I'm sure as an Asian growing up in America, we never appreciated this type of humor that they put out there like this. But he means it, this guy. This guy means it, and so does Case Studies, because he's already seen this. And I have videos of this, okay, of the people that he platforms. But he's okay with that behavior. And he talks about egg rolls and all these Asian references. But you support him. So where's your line that you draw? Because I don't know if you have kids, H. Chang, but I'd be pissed off if someone came up to my kids and did this chinky eye thing. Trust me, it's been done multiple times before. I'm Asian in America, so it does happen. They've done this multiple times to my mom, my dad, my grandmother, my grandfather. And I don't think, H. Chang, you'd like that, but you're supporting that over a hate bond of Gypsy Rose Blanchard. You see how ridiculous it's become? It's almost like you're throwing out your own morals. You're throwing out racism against you and yours to bond over hate for one individual on the internet. That sounds ridiculous. And I hope you don't have kids and people at school are doing this to them all across America. And I don't think you'd like that. I guess you're quiet now. That's my point. The hypocrisy, H. Chang. I don't think you'd like it. Because I know this symbol right here on your screen hurts as an Asian. The effect is similar to blackface. Yeah, she's probably gone. I think she's there. And she got the message loud and clear. Those are the people that you're with now. So maybe you have a lot of thinking to do. And trust me, I've got more. I could play you Apple Charlotte's what she thinks about Chinese people and how you, because I know you're Chinese by your name, how you guys sound. She makes fun of your accents. Is that cool? Chang. You gotta love it. You gotta love truth. Truth hurts, huh? It hurts like a son of a bitch. Sure does.
So let's hit play. So you can see, I'm so sorry, Jess. No mother should have to bury her kid with one like. Oh, that's interesting. Now let's go click and see who liked the comment. It's going to get there in a second. Oh my gosh. It was Jess Coast who liked the comment about having to bury her child. Only.
Again, she's taking it out of context, but whatever. This is what they do. They justify it. Where are you at, H. Chang? You got real quiet. Yeah, exactly. Jess Coast liked the comment. This comes from her Instagram. I thought it came from her. And look, H. Chang, I do remember you because I remember you were very supportive, but you know, you got to snap out of it. Snap out of it, because you guys are creepily obsessed. You're allowing your hate bond to take over your actual way of thinking and living your real life. And in fact, you're willing to sacrifice being made fun of. Asians are being made fun of over there on that side, clearly, because they don't care that it hurts you. You don't matter to them. That's why I say I don't matter, you don't matter. We decided not to matter together, because they don't value you or consider you. Because why would they make you feel that way as an Asian living in America, or an Asian period? To say that, to do the chinky eye motions and say, oh, you know what, that's okay. As long as we're hating Gypsy Rose, as long as we're hating Morbid, that's okay. A lot to think about. Think about your own children. I would always do that. Or think about your parents or your grandparents. As an Asian, that those chinky eyes are just as bad as blackface. So that's why she turned quiet. What else is she going to say about that? Is she going to say that's cool? Yeah, I totally like that. Anyhow, I got off track here, but yeah, Jess Coast merely liked this comment. Didn't comment saying, yeah, you're right. My daughter passed, or my child passed. She didn't say that. It was just, this is an assumption that Audrey makes. And she does this for the fact of gaslighting. She needed to find something to spin the narrative, okay, that Jess Coast lied, that her child died, which is gross. Because again, it's making fun of a tragedy. It's turning it into a narrative that it's making Jess Coast's personal tragedy into a joke, into a troll, into a gaslighting sort of technique. And that is the grossest thing. She knows. Audrey knows.
Y'all, Miss Jess Coast's child isn't dead. Jess Coast's child is well and alive. She's a 27-year-old adult. Let me go back to the...
This is the creep inside Audrey, is looking into actual children's profiles, getting all their information. I'm sure she has it in her notes. Yet Audrey can't do this for her own mother's boyfriend. Audrey can't do this for the fire incident that she claims needs $200,000 worth from the public. Yeah. Exactly. Jesco says, Audrey, you're the only one saying my daughter is dead. Absolutely. When in that video did Jess say that her daughter died? She said she lost her daughter. But see, Audrey knows that your daughter didn't die. Audrey knows what you meant by that, Jess, but she had to find something to spin the narrative to her viewers to make you ultimately look like a liar. Okay. And that's what Audrey has been doing. In all of her videos, even the videos explaining things about Gypsy Bros, she uses the same tactics. And she knows it. She does it on purpose. And that is why, I swear to God, Becca Scoops knew she was gross. She saw that too. I saw this too initially, but I didn't know how deep it went until most recently. I kind of got an idea of it last December when I had an interaction with her when I was calling out Perez Hilton. Is it Perez? Yes, Perez Hilton. And I kind of had a inkling about her, but then I just recently realized I get it. I understand why she's gross. It's her entire persona, her personality, her fakeness, her smugness, her entitlement, the way that she is constantly a victim, and the way that she gaslights her viewers knowingly.
Screenshots on Monday that I took about that. What was Monday's date? Because my phone is going by date. The 29th. Okay. Let's see. Can you people mad? Now give her credit. She is very gorgeous.
And this is where Audrey, I'm not going to show the image. This is where she proceeds to show Jess's kid or child. And I don't know if it's her child. And Jess doesn't even have to say if it is her child because, you know, why even say that? Who cares? That's not the point. But Audrey is showing right now. You can't see it, but it's on the screen, and she's showing her phone, and it's of her child or something like that, or who she thought is her child. Is she? Maybe it is. Okay, but again, just gross behavior by Audrey. She's so proud of it here. She just finished showing her audience, her entire audience, a picture of Jess's daughter because she looked into it that deeply. And then she does this little thing where she goes, guys, it's so passive aggressive. She's like, guys, make sure you guys don't harass anybody. Don't go to her Instagram. But here's the picture. It's very simple to go find her with this picture. Jess Coast and her daughter. Don't go after her, though. That's, hopefully her picture doesn't come up again.
And stop coming up with fake ass fabricated bullshit because you're trying to tank me and my audience. So if y'all want to play dirty, this isn't even dirty for me to sit here and to refute your stuff. And I do not want anybody to go and harass her daughter because her mother is out here acting crazy. I don't want anybody to go and harass more bitches' kids either.
See, that's basic. Why even say that? Because she knows that her audience does that. It's a signal. It's a signal to be like, guys, go do it. She knows that. And they use this constantly. A bunch of fakes and frauds. And let me tell you something, Audrey. We don't give two shits about your audience. I don't want them to come here. 97% of them are fucking useless. So keep them. Don't give two shits. And I'm sure Jess feels the way. And I'm sure Fancy feels the same way. Fancy don't give two shits. She doesn't care about 100% of your audience. And I only care about the 3%, maybe 1 or 3% that are like, fuck Audrey. I see how pathetic she is. I see what a gross individual she is. Let me go over to the grift train because I had enough of this bullshit. Been here a year, 2 years, going on 3 years. Had enough. Let me go to the other side where there's no hypocrisy on the levels and the gaslighting to the levels of these creatures.
But stop being crazy on the internet and stop acting like y'all are some kind of investigative journalist when all y'all are doing is actually fabricating shit. Yeah, I agree. It is such an evil fucking thing to do, to sit here on the internet
and listen to her voice, right? Isn't it just, doesn't it pierce through your heart and your soul the way, because she's fucking violent, dude. You can hear it in her voice. Fancy was right. She punched the shit out of her husband when he was sleeping because she thought he was cheating. And I don't even know if he was cheating or not. This is how angry this individual is. And Audrey's claiming that she was nowhere in town. You know, she was out shopping at Best Buy or something. I don't even fucking know where she was. But she's like, I didn't know what was happening because I wasn't there. I was shopping. You know, when the whole incident of abuse happened, so convenient, you know, just like her book is gone, right? As of today or yesterday when Fancy called her out. So convenient that Audrey's book is no longer available because we want to see the discrepancies between the two. And I believe Fancy was going to go purchase that shitty book and to see the differences, what is missing or what was added here to fabricate. Let's talk about fabricating stories here, Audrey. You're the only one that fabricates everything and gaslights the shit out of your viewers that we don't give two shits about. Keep them. Keep them. In fact, you're wasting time talking about us. Stick to what you know best. All right. Obsession over Gypsy Rose. That's your butter. Okay. Your bread and butter, bitch.
And make comments such as this. Let's replay what she says.
Like out there person with her
about her daughter.
Stuff. But additionally,
on top of liking comments that her daughter, no parent should have to bury their daughter. And Jess, if you get mad at this, I want you to remember you're the one who came into the comment sections and you said, prove it. So be mad, I just proved it.
Prove it. Don't gaslight it. Prove it. You ain't gonna prove shit, Audrey. Your receipts all suck. I've called you out multiple times in the misinformation that you put out there about Gypsy Rose. You can't even get that shit right. And it seems like you write the book about Gypsy Rose, right? All her FOIAs and receipts. You got all the notes on her, but they all suck. All right. So you can go suck the Chewy D's nuts. Chewy, you done fucked up over there, buddy.
Here she goes.
Every time I want to know how my mom's doing, I don't post it on Facebook. Because I lost my mom 5 years ago. She's dead. I lost my daughter when she was 9. You want to fucking talk about that too?
You lost your daughter in custody, not to burial.
She didn't say anything about death. She says she lost her daughter at 9 or something like that. Look at her gaslighting. Again, she knows it. It's in her face right there. She's totally twisting that shit. And shame on her. Again, she's making fun of a tragedy. She's using this troll tactic based on the tragedy of a mother who lost her child, whether it's death or whether it's fucking you lose in custody. I think it would be the same. Wouldn't you, mothers? If you lost your son or daughter in a custody battle, it would be like they died. I mean, what is the difference here, honestly? You know, if you can't see your child or whatever the situation is, again, I don't know the situation, but if she lost her child at the age of 9, it's like your child just died. You can't see them or be with them. This is the grossness that came out of Audrey. You know, she has no heart. She has no empathy. It's all about her entitlement.
I don't think that that's something that I even want to elaborate on, but stop playing. Stop playing with the internet.
And again, Fancy, I don't know the situation with Jess, you know, haven't heard her story, but, you know, whatever the situation is, I'm just looking at the words that she's spinning here, Audrey's spinning about to put out that narrative, the false narrative, of course. And Jesco says she was kidnapped and taken out of the country. Now, that makes Audrey look more, I mean, Audrey just looks like a shithead all around. Total ass clown. Fuck her.
You can see my heart beating. Let's see what my watch says my heart rate is. It's measuring 1 second. 90 beats per minute. Is that high or is that low?
Audrey the dumbass. She doesn't know if her heart beating fast.
Actually, y'all that are liars. Oh, and I want to show y'all something else. This isn't the only video Jess went and edited stuff out of. Because again, I'm going to go back over to her own YouTube. Right here, this video is now 57 minutes long, right? Okay, that's fun, that's cool, that's interesting. How long was that video though originally? Let's see. Her no proof video was originally 1 hour and 17 seconds.
Oh no, what are we gonna do? What does that even prove? Who gives a shit? She can edit anything she wants on her channel, you dumbass Audrey. God. Audrey always thinks she's making a point. She's just throwing shit out there, and you know, it's the classic gaslighting technique and the classic just bullshitting. I got nothing. I have no receipts type deal. You know, just, oh, there's a discrepancy in minutes. Well, what's the discrepancy? Because you actually downloaded it, you fucking creep. You downloaded the fucking video, you dumbass, right? You got the original. Why didn't you do your homework and compare the two? Maybe she took out some shit that was just repetitive, or maybe she found wrong and she's like, well, I'm going to be, I have integrity here, so I'm going to take out something that I got wrong. I don't want to spread misinformation like you, Audrey. When I called Audrey out, okay, on the misinformation that she was spreading about Gypsy Rose in the Autumn Terrace situation, what did Audrey do? Nothing. Why? Because her video got 1 million views on TikTok. And I proved her wrong with legit receipts, and she did nothing. She didn't even address it. She moved on. And she never addressed the fact that Autumn Terra is a big, fat fucking liar, and I proved her wrong. And all those morons at the anti-gypsy side, what are they doing now? They're saying Autumn Terra is a fucking joke. You know, after what, a week and a half, 2 weeks of me over here and all of us pointing out why fucking Autumn Terra is lying from the get-go. How many receipts did we drop? And finally they got the, to the point that our receipts were so legit that it backed them into the corner to bow down to us and say, you're right, guys. Autumn Terra is fucking bullshit. And she lied about everything. But what does Audrey do? She still has those videos out with misinformation about Autumn Terra's story because she doesn't care about truth. Her receipts always suck.
Why are you editing stuff out, Jess? Is it because you know you got caught up in your own bullshit? Then you wanted to say, Audrey, prove it. You didn't expect us to download the video, did you? So 57 minutes.
It's 2026. Piece of shit, Audrey. Everybody downloads everything. We all know the internet is forever. And that's not even the reason why you're spinning it again, because you're preaching to a low IQ audience that will fall for anything. Hell, they fell for Sugar Woo. They fell for good old Annie Scoops. They will fall for anything. And that just proves our point that they're sheep, that they live and they move as the mob moves. Their mentality is just that of a herd because of the hate bonding.
Versus an hour and 17 minutes. And your other video was originally an hour and 33 minutes, and now it's only an hour and 19. Yeah, they make it too easy.
No, you make it too easy. Because again, Audrey, I'm going to repeat this to you right now. You dumbass. We don't care about your audience. We're not here to win them over. Clearly, you're there to win them over because they're questioning you. They're questioning your morals and what you did in your past. So you have to gaslight them now because we don't care about your dumb audience. Keep them for all we care. So you're preaching to them and you're gaslighting them for your benefit, not our benefit, your benefit, just like Case Studies does. All of you guys waste your time on little poor us over here, the little people, the elite, the 1%ers. Why do you care about such a small group? Why? Because we're impactful, because the truth hurts. It hurts them deep down inside in places they never talk about at birthday parties.
So why are y'all trying to silence creators?
We're not silencing you. We're pointing out your hypocrisies. Keep up.
That's my bigger question. Are you now working with Geppetto? You're going after me for being an actual victim. And you're
more gaslighting. Oh, you guys are working for Geppetto. Why? Because of the hate bond. The hate bond is so strong, right?
You're taking up for somebody who murdered their fucking mother. And while we're talking about that, let me just...
You know what? I think almost shaking your child to death is a hell of a lot worse than someone killing their mom. Crimes against children is the worst, and you committed a crime. CPS found that you committed a crime. So confess. Stop making excuses, Audrey. Stop it already. We're sick and tired of it. And we don't care about your audience. We only care about holding you accountable. And thank God people like Fancy will stand up and actually do these exposed videos and dig deep. And you know what? I'm going to stand with her on that. I'm not going to stand with her on a lot of things, but that I will. That I will. Because she's doing it for the very right reasons. Because what you did to your child, in the fact that, you know, even... let's just say you weren't the one who actually did the act. You had lack of supervision. You failed to protect your 1-month-old, your newborn. So shame on you. That is worse than killing anybody like an adult. So for them to constantly point out, oh, well, at least I didn't kill my mom. Well, a lot of us could say, well, at least I didn't almost kill my child by shaking the shit out of them, or even allowing that to even happen, to get that far and to go back to that individual that you claim did it. That is sick. That is disgusting. Crimes against children is the worst crime ever. And they always like to pretend like, oh, you know, they always talk about kids and how that's the worst, guys. Well, they're hypocrites. Right? They're such hypocrites because they keep going back to that excuse. Well, Geppetto. Well, at least we didn't kill our mom.
Screenshot something because I don't want to give y'all the whole email. But
by the way, Aurora is healthy. She's almost 2 years of age, healthy. So she passed the 1 month sort of thing that, you know, the timeline that your son unfortunately didn't because of you, because of your parenting, because of your lack of supervision, because of your fucking you being the parent that you claim Gypsy should be, because you say you're responsible. No, fuck that, man. Not after looking at the stuff that Fancy is uncovering on her channel. It's gross. It's worse than I thought. I didn't even think it was that worse. It was that bad. Not worse. That bad. Audrey is beautiful, says Susie Cruz. Yeah, well, it's the inside that matters, and her insides are gross as fuck.
Fancy Pants, I hope that you're logged in for this one. Let's just go on over here to sent. So, I'm not going to let y'all see the whole conversation. I'm just going to show y'all. Now, if I had sat here and lied about all of this shit going on, I would not have the...
This is the big reveal. This is what this loser does. Wasting law enforcement's time. Wasting the government's time. Taxpayer money. Watch. She's scribbling out her, you know, novel that she sent to the Pentagon.
Balls or the gall to reach out to certain departments. I would be like, nah, just let this one lie, right? No, can't be me. Won't be me, because I have nothing to hide. I have nothing to lie about. Hold on. I'm just making sure y'all can't see this whole conversation. Let me mark out.
Because I'm sure the conversation is redacted as fuck. We know it. Her conversation to the Pentagon.
Part of the email. Okay, let's go check this little thing. So, who have I been emailing with this morning? The United States Army's the
Pentagon by Audrey Vicelli. Vicelli. Swear to God, man, that audience must be really stupid. If I saw someone email the Pentagon over Gypsy Rose Blanchard drama, I wouldn't know I would never follow that person. In fact, I would be so embarrassed for her. But she's so proud. Look at all these markings, right? Oh, she crossed out all these sentences. Dear Mr. Trump, I know you're busy right now, Trump. But can you rush this through? You know, fuck the redacted Epstein files. No, that's not important. You know, put us as priority here. Put me as priority because I had to GoFundMe. She's explaining this all to Trump.
Pentagon at 11:11 a.m.
Story. This is you talking about.
So.
Wow, she emailed the Pentagon at 11:11 a.m. Who the you know, it took her about an hour to write all that shit, you know? I guarantee you it took her an hour. Write all of that shit to the Pentagon. She wasted her time. Yeah, dear Pete Hegseth, I know you're busy right now doing some kinky shit, right? your sexual escapades over there, Pete Hegseth. I need you to look into the skeleton avatar and this person that made popsicle sticks or chocolate poppy pops for my birthday and used that as a thumbnail. Can you please look into these individuals? And also this other lady that shared all of Gypsy Rose's medical documents that I now make revenue off of covering it.
Who are we talking about? Me, a few other people. So, y'all really want to sit here and play with me? Continue playing with me. Because this is going too far, and I have already told y'all, I've already explained as much as I honestly cared to explain.
It's just going too far. No, you're going too far. You're fucking wasting people's time and taxpayer money, you fucking idiot. Nobody, I've never heard anyone reach out to the Pentagon of all people over Gypsy Rose drama on the internet. She is totally... I would think Case would do that, It's so stupid. It is the stupidest thing I've ever heard, man. I've never seen this on the internet before.
About what happened to my baby daddy, which was a federal... So, yeah, I have been emailing I emailed the appropriate office, and they said, you know what? Actually, there's more that we can provide you, and here you go.
You know what, Audacious Audrey, you chicken McNugget, we're going to put you to the top of the list of the Pentagon. I know we have this conflict with Iraq or Iran. Fuck that, dude. Let's go ahead and take care of you first there, Audrey. Forget Social Security, forget the gas prices. Forget grocery store prices. No. Let's go ahead and take care of you, Audrey. Audrey, you're very important to us. We value you. Oh, wait, you voted for Kamala Harris? Oh, get the fuck out of here. Oh, boy. She's using the Trump administration, and she didn't even vote for the guy. Or maybe she did. Who knows? Who gives a fuck? It's hilarious, nonetheless, to contact the Pentagon over stupid internet stuff.
Talk to the Pentagon. And so it's going to take a while because they did tell me that there are a few people in that office that are no longer in that office. So they are a little bit behind on paperwork and stuff. But
Audrey got the deets. It looks like Pete Hegseth has been fired. It's confirmed from Audrey over here. Alcoholic Audrey. TMZ is on it. Oh my gosh, McNugget, Chicken McNugget over here on TikTok just confirmed via Pentagon correspondence that Pete Hegseth is no longer employed. They're doing budget cuts.
I guess in a month, 2 months, 3 months, whenever they get to my stuff, we will see what they have to say about this whole fucking ordeal.
How long did it take for the Epstein files to come out? When are the gross files coming out, guys? I can't wait for the gross files to come out. Drop the gross files, Trump. Drop it. Who's the next administration that's going to drop all the gross files?
Yeah, don't put out any more information. Oh, I'm not. That's as much as people are getting at this point. So Fancy can keep defaming my name. You have one more check mark, and then I can do something. Morbid can keep defaming my name. He's got one more check mark, and I can do something. And Jess can continue, and she's got one more check mark. And
we all have check marks. I love check marks. I never got check marks growing up. On the chalkboard, you get check marks, I guess. Wow, these check marks. Hand me out another chocolate check mark, please. Audrey, look at her. She's threatening people. Hey, you got another check mark, so that means that I'm going to come right about after you,
I can do something. So while y'all are over here,
just stop barking, doggy. You little doggy, you. Stop barking and bite. All right. I don't need a check mark. Just bite already. Enough of the barking. I have enough check marks. Stop it. Stop. Little doggy, stop barking and bite, okay?
Playing little internet games. I don't fucking play whenever it comes to my children or my mother.
Oh, really? You don't play when it comes to your children? Oh, that didn't age well, did it now? Like, think about that one. Wow. She has a gall to say that. I wish she kept that same energy, 16, 17 years ago, right? That would have been great. Wow.
Here, playing little internet games. I don't fucking play whenever it comes to my children. Or my mother. Fuck with me? That was fine. Fucking with them is entirely too fucking far.
We never fucked with them. You did, though. We just pointed out you fucking with your children. Not in that sexual sense, all right? Because you know they're going to spin it like, oh my God, he's accusing Audrey of fucking her child. Shut the fuck up. See, this is how they're going to spin it, too. We already know that. Come on. Because she's claiming we're fucking with her children. We're not. We never did. We just called you out on your shit. And what happened? Period. End of story. And you didn't like it. You didn't like the light shining bright on you. You sure liked it when we were doing it on Becca Scoops. This hypocrite right here on the screen. Oh, she loved us exposing Becca Scoops. You guys know that? She actually came up on panel to confirm that Hoogawoo or Annie Scoops' email was legit Becca Scoops. She was so proud because they got rid of the Becca Scoops. For at least, we got rid of her for about 3 weeks. And she was so happy because she was next in line with case studies, right? Morons over here.
Anyways, also, additionally, let's talk about Geppetto now for a second. I've been noticing.
All right, so now she goes on to her obsession with Gypsy Rose, because that's her life. It's been her life. It will always be her life. This person will continue to talk about her for the next year and the next year. I guarantee you for the next 5 to 10 years, she's still going to be in this game. Mark my words. She's a forever. She is a forever gypverse occupant. Yeah. I know for a fact Audrey is definitely going to be there. You know who else is going to be there? Addicted Ashley, baby. Addicted Ashley, baby, because Ashley is addicted to Gypsy Rose. She changed her addiction from one thing to another thing. It went from the bottle to Gypsy Rose, and that's gross. Just like Audrey. Audrey's gross. They're all really gross, and they can't take a little bit of criticism or commentary on them. It bothers them so much that all they have to do is ignore us. But they can't. They say our numbers are dropping, and sure, because we're not really looking for that. We're not. Because if we were, we'd be on the other side still. And we're sick of that side. We're so sick of that side. So, them saying that we don't get numbers, but they sure seem to be afraid of us. They sure seem to worry about everything we say, everything we do. Why is this? Because we own them, son of bitches. We own them. We own them to the fact that we pull all of the strings. We own the gypverse. We're the creators, and we're going to do anything we want with it whenever we want. And they can't help but continue to bring us up and talk about us. Because we set the rules to every single game that they're going to be playing from here on out. We did it a month ago, and we're going to do it for another month and another month. And we're going to have other players coming in and other characters that we could go ahead and pull strings on. And they say we have low numbers, but we might be small, but we're fucking effective. We're highly effective. And, I want to tell you guys, moving forward, on our off days, we're going to be, like I promised you, we're going to have a panel, back to the panel thing. So you don't hear me talking like this and going over stupid little locales. It'll just be more like relaxed and fun and entertaining, covering some other topics and things. And, but sprinkling in a lot of the, I guess the light still on these hypocrites. And H. Chang, I want to tell you. So look forward to that as far as getting together a regular panel to come up and have a good time. have a good time in the sense of real entertainment and just hanging out. You know, we don't. There's there's no pressure or anything. It's gonna be a good time. Just stick around. I just haven't been in that mode because I've been busy pointing out just the lies and the gaslighting and the grossness and, again, hypocrisies of this anti-gypsy community. And so there's that. So look forward to that very soon, hopefully within the next week or two, or probably not that quickly, but you'll see. Let's see, what else do we have to cover here? More Andrew. Is Andrew? I don't think Andrew's here right now. Yeah, down for a good time, Mac. Make sure you guys go check out Fancy's videos. I'm looking forward to more because there's a lot already in the 6 videos that she released. There's a lot over there. Dog Mom says, I support Audrey 100%. Cool. There's a lot of other idiots that do so. And it's funny how they think that we're part of their community. They love the fact they want us so bad to be a part of their community because their community sucks. They hate their community so much. They always say, why are they even pointing out our shortcomings? You know, why are they so triggered by anything we say or do? You know, if they have all the views and if they have all the support like they say and claim, which they have numbers because there's more dumb people on this planet, good for them, whatever. But they're on the wrong side, you know, and they're jealous. They're the ones that are jealous. They're the ones that see us as a small group that really threw a monkey wrench in their system, and we love it. We're destroying villages with our little flamethrower, you know. They don't like it. They don't like the medicine that we came up with. You know, they're feeding us bad medicine, and we start feeding them terrible medicine, terrible tasting medicine. And they don't like the taste of it, clearly, because it's bothering them so much. Like this Audrey melting down on every single live stream. You know, I challenge Audrey, why don't you just ignore us? Why don't you just shut up? What? You're so entitled. You're so bothered, Audrey. We don't care about you. And we don't care about your dumb audience. Only 3% of them that will come over here eventually. So we'll give them a year. Mac is going to call Pete Hegseth over at the Pentagon tomorrow. Oh, they might be closed tomorrow. Monday morning, first thing Monday morning, Mac is going to get on a conference call with Fancy and call the Pentagon and let them know that Audrey is gross. Oh, man. They're going to send screenshots of Audrey picking her nose and eating her boogers. Oh, man. Is that the Pentagon number? That's a 703 is a Washington, D.C. number. You're calling that? Is it easy to get through? Because clearly Audrey has the the secret number, so you don't be put on hold. You know, Dreamer, I don't know if Dreamer's here, but she ordered a mug or something. No, she ordered a tumbler from me, and she put the wrong address, which is fine, the shipping address. So I wanted to go fix it real quick. So I talked to Fourth Wall, which is the company that makes all the merchandise and ships it out. Great company. They don't have a phone number, motherfuckers. The Pentagon. You think the Pentagon is on top of shit more than this Fourth Wall thing? I don't think so. So they have this support email. So I sent them a support little thing, and they haven't responded to me yet. It's been over 24 hours. So do you think the Pentagon is going to look at Gypsy Rose Blanchard drama? Chicken McNugget is in trouble over there on TikTok. Let's get right to this. Phone it in. Maybe Melania will take care of it, you know. Oh, man, that is hilarious. I'll take care of it though, Dreamer. Don't worry about that. It is not your fault. It's no one's fault. In fact, I blame my vendor because they should have contacted me now, but I'll take care of it. Don't worry about that. All right, guys. That's about it for now. I may have an open panel over on TikTok today. Maybe. We'll see. I'm not going to do the whole double thing. I'm going to go take a break a little bit, maybe eat something, maybe come back, or maybe join a live over there. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens there. Hopefully you learned some. Make sure you guys go check out Fancy Macelli, the Good Wives Network. Shout out to Mac too, because I know Mac has stood by Fancy's side and has done a lot of good work for Fancy as well, together as a team, as a duo. So shout out to Mac and Fancy over there. Also, go check out Jess Coast and her channel as well. And don't listen to the horse shit and Audrey's gaslighting and stuff. I've said this before, and I meant it. You know, I don't want anybody in this new community of ours, because we're not the same as them. We're not their community. They like to pretend that we are. We're not. All right. This is a totally different community over here. All right. We're just built differently. But never again. Now we have things organized, and we're starting to organize. We're starting to, and we have a lot of bright people. We have a lot of, because we're logical thinkers, we're free thinkers and free flowing. But I just wanted to say that if you felt alone, that in this fight against being attacked on the internet, no longer do you have to feel alone. No longer do you have to fear anything, that no one's going to back you, that no one's going to have your back, because now there's a group that will. And, you know, we're bringing in all sides of the spectrum when it comes to the Gypsy Rose case. I know we're done with that, but we have people that are anti-Gypsy. We have people that are middle of the road. I don't give a shit. Doesn't matter. We have people that are pro-Gypsy. And you know what? We could all find great common ground. In fact, we get along way better than any of those anti-Gypsy people ever did. And trust me, I've been there for a year and a half, almost 2 years with the anti-Gypsy community. And they're all about dysfunction. They're always about inner fighting and drama. There's always something that comes up where all of them hate each other and they all shit on each other and this and that, and they backstab each other. None of that happens where we're at. So I want to encourage people. You want to be a part of that. You know, we select certain people to have really the privilege to be a part of our community in our group of Discord. So a lot of people ask me if they could get in. Sometimes it takes a little bit long time for me to say, okay, because we kind of like want to make sure we bring in good people. And everybody so far has. I mean, I think it's 2 months now, 2 months? No, less than 2 months, about a month or so that we've been existing. And, you know, things are starting to come together there. And now recently we've created some organization there where we're going to be able to support people that feel left out. Creators, viewers, it doesn't even matter. If people are attacking you, especially from that anti-side, we have counterattacks as far as we're going to defend you, and we don't want you to feel alone. So just know that you're not fighting any battle on your own when it comes to internet. Now we actually have a side and a team, let's just say, and it's a great start. So just know that, and you could always email me if things come up, you know, in your own personal experience on the internet where you do feel like an outcast. I'm talking to the anti-Gypsy people over there. If you're finally snapping out of it and you're like, you know, I'm sick and tired of being attacked over there. You know, I want to just feel like I belong. I want to feel like I'm not alone and that I can trust people. This right here is a new beginning. And this is what it's always been about. It took us a little while to get over here. But ultimately, when you start following the right ways and doing the right things and being real, being yourself, without any filter really, and not faking it till you make it like the rest of them. No one here is acting like we're fucking angels or saints, because we're all not, and it doesn't matter. But the difference is we're able to own our shit. We're able to say, I done fucked up. Who gives a shit though, you know, but at least you can admit it. And again, like an example of Audrey claiming, oh, Jess, why did you remove, a few minutes to your, video that you put about me? Well, clearly, because in the comments today, Jess Coast actually said because she found out that she was wrong. So why is she going to leave out misinformation? You know, unlike you, Audrey, who leaves your misinformation up for millions, actually, or hundreds of thousands of people to consume the wrong information knowingly, knowing that you're wrong, knowing that you were proven wrong. But those are those type of people. There's nothing fake here. It's all been real. And I think even if you're anti-gypsy or pro-gypsy, it doesn't matter at this point. I think people start feeling that, like we really truly are just ourselves, and we're able to say we're not saints or angels, but again, we're on the right side. That's what I've realized we are. And so thank you guys for being here. I appreciate it. Again, maybe I'll see you over on the TikTok streets later today. This live stream, however, is in the refrigerator. Doors closed, the lights are out, the eggs are cool, and the butter's getting hard, and the jello's jiggling. Thank you guys, Petty Ghost, Munchies, Brandy K, Anani's, I see you. The Real Bethany, shout out to Mac, thank you so much. Lil Frodo, shout out to the people over on Reddit, of course. So on and so forth. Layla Lay, thank you guys. Free C101, I see you. Dots, thank you for being here. Andrea Schrader, love it. Thank you. Grifting for Jesus, good to see you. Maybe I'll see you over on the TikTok streets in about 30 minutes to an hour. Maybe. With peace and love, motherfucking love, baby.
You know